Hi everybody. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the reasons why all narcissists go on a smear campaign against a target. If you have lived through the extremes of narcissistic abuse, then there's no doubt that you have been subjected to and had to live through a nasty smear campaign. Sometimes, like in my case, the smear campaign can last for many years, as many times a narcissist can become fixated on a particular target because that person gave them some type of an enormous narcissistic injury, and they can become obsessed with getting even. If you are living through a smear campaign right now, my heart goes out to you. I know what you're going through and how devastating it can be to someone being exposed to a narcissist's contempt, hatred, obsession, and overwhelming drive to destroy your life, reputation, and many times they will also try to destroy your loving relationship with your own children. So why do they do it? That's going to be the focus of today's video. But first, if you're new to this channel, I'd like to take a moment and welcome you and invite you to please subscribe and be sure and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos every week. Also, if you are interested in private one-on-one narcissistic abuse recovery coaching with me, please visit my website. It's linked in the description below. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about why narcissists go on a smear campaign against a target for weeks, months, or sometimes even years. This is a topic I know so many of you have lived through or are living through as we speak, and I know how traumatic and terrorizing these smear campaigns can get. So why do they do it? What is the driving force for a narcissist to become so fixated, so obsessed, so driven to destroy the life, reputation, and relationships with other people, often even their own children? What is their motivation that seems never ending? First and foremost, the smear campaigns are almost always followed by a very severe narcissistic injury, typically because you left them or discarded them before they had discarded you. When a narcissist receives a major narcissistic injury, that must be accounted for, alleviated, reconciled. And the number one way they obtain that is by smearing and trying to destroy the target's life and reputation through a vile and nasty smear campaign. When the narcissist finally realizes that they can no longer control you, then they will certainly try to control the way other people see you and what they believe about you. Smear campaigns are an absolute form of slander at its finest. It's a form of coercive control, and it's a tool they use to terrorize a current or former target. This can also be a very dangerous time for the target. So if you are going through this currently, you need to be extremely careful. You need to just assume that the narcissist and his or her flying monkeys are stalking you, filming you, and trying to arrange and create events to provoke a disturbing and very public, humiliating event against you. You need to view everything the narcissist does and anyone associated with the narcissist as a calculated and premeditated setup to harm you and the perceptions other people have about you. As bad as you know things are with the narcissist, as deceitful and evil as you know the narcissist can be, when we are exposed to the smear campaign, the gloves are off, and they have absolutely no problems hitting you below the belt, saying things that are so vile and offensive about you that you're in a state of shock. Nothing is off limits to the narcissist during his or her efforts to smear a target, and anyone living through this needs to prepare themselves for the assault of their lives. Another reason that narcissists go on a smear campaign against a target is because of the overwhelming jealousy and envy they feel with every fiber of their being against the target. It's important to remember narcissists, specifically malignant narcissists, do not have a conscience. So they do not feel or experience feelings of empathy, compassion, guilt, regret, remorse, or shame. However, they feel pathological envy and jealousy with every single fiber of their being. And this envy can light a fire under them that is inconceivable to a normal person with a normal human conscience, or certainly to a highly empathetic person, as most targets of narcissists will be. They feel such high levels of envy that it can produce feelings of wanting to ruin a target's life. They may want to try and steal or destroy the things in the target's life that make them feel this envy and contempt. And one of the ways that they resolve some of the jealousy they feel is through a very severe, a very nasty, and a very disturbing smear campaign. And as I mentioned before, nothing, absolutely nothing is off limits. They may very well accuse you of crimes you are not guilty of. They may try and in many cases succeed at alienating your children or other family members from you. They may try and destroy your wealth or livelihood. Nothing is off limits to narcissists who is consumed with envy against a target. They are capable of saying and doing things so repulsive, so evil, that things of that nature would never even cross the mind of a target, let alone would they consider the fact that someone from their past would be capable of doing such things to them or to the people that they love. Another reason they do this to a target is because they are desperate and consumed with winning. They want their narrative to win at any cost necessary. They want their lies, their version of rewritten history to prevail. They don't care about any collateral damage this will do, even to their own children. Remember, narcissists do not truly love anyone, including their own kids. So when they become fixated on destroying a target, the kids are absolutely fair game to use and exploit and harm if it gets them the results that they need to deem themselves the winner. This is a motivating factor behind all parental alienators. The ultimate high for the alienating parents, grandparents, and other family members is to turn your own kids against you, destroying your loving relationship with them, forcing and abusing the children so severely they have no other alternative than to accept the false narrative the narcissists and the flying monkeys demand the child accepts in order to survive. Smear campaigns for those of us who have children with a malignant narcissist always include the abuse and exploitation of the children. As I have said before, and I will say it again, nothing is off limits to a narcissist who has become fixated and obsessed with destroying a target through a smear campaign. There will always be some kind of tragic consequences that a target and their children will have to live through. And trust me when I tell you, the narcissist and his or her participating family members or friends could care less that they are guilty of extreme child abuse. They do not care that the children of the target have to live through this. And I mean this, they could care less. They are actively participating in child abuse and the devastating consequences that that child will have to live through. At this point, the narcissist and participating family members care about no one and nothing other than winning. And this includes the abuse they are subjecting the child or children to. And last, but certainly not least, one of the main reasons a narcissist subjects a target to a filthy smear campaign is because of fear of exposure. The narcissist knows that you could destroy their life with the truth and facts. Therefore, they try to destroy your life and reputation first through blatant lies and gross exaggerations. Many times, the smear campaign will involve very, very high levels of projection, meaning the narcissist will be accusing the target of the very things they themselves are guilty of. A lot of times it will feel as though the narcissist is attempting to swap identities with the target, blaming things the narcissist is guilty onto the target, and taking credit for the good things the target has done as a partner or a parent. All narcissists project, and this is an excellent way for targets to know exactly what the narcissist is guilty of doing or thinking of doing to the target. Anyone who has to deal with a malignant narcissist needs to understand and be aware that accusations against them are actually confessions of what the narcissist is doing or has done. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on my other social media platforms. The links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone.